Yo, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Maybe not so good morning for me. I've gotten a cold. A really annoying cold. Hey, Lurib, Ilari, Captain Jetlag. How's it going? I hope all is well. But man, I hate sleeping with a cold. It's the absolute. I hate it. I can't sleep. Hey, good morning, Golden Tigers as well. Is Isra Korean? Good morning. Hey, Goxix. You're back. It's fantastic. All right, throw me some topics so we can get the ball rolling. I had a birthday party for my daughter this weekend. It was good. A snotty brat. Future vampire. That's cool. Turtle nomad. That's cool. That's number 3. 3 more topics, please. Two-headed animal berserker, armed teeth to the teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. One more. Or there's only 5. I'll do a countdown from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, only 5 topics. Number 1, make a T-Rex. Thanks. Number 1 and number 1 is Snotty Brat. Oh. Okay. Captain Jetlag steals the topic again. I'm happy that you're back, Axix. Okay, Snotty Brat, eh? Alright, let's do some cartoon stuff again. I kind of enjoyed it, right? It wasn't too bad. Let's focus on some shapes. Snotty Brat. He definitely needs to, like, be snotty. Let's have him picking his nose. Timer. How dare I not have time? Captain Jetlag. Well, that's something to keep in mind then. Never say anything that you might regret. Oh, thanks, Lyric. Hey, Karazin. Good morning. Or good night, depending on where you are in the world. But glad you could make it. I want to have him be all stupid looking. Squash him a bit. Alright. I think these shapes are pretty okay to start with. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Just some edges. Like I was saying, I did a birthday party for my daughter. She really loved it. So many people over. Mostly grown-ups though, because she doesn't have that many friends, unfortunately. She's not able to, she has autism, so she can't really kind of communicate that well. So she doesn't really have any friends. Uh, but there was some cousins and stuff coming over. But she seemed really happy. She got cake and we sang to her and she was laughing and it was all good. She's 6. She just turned 6. Lovely little girl. Yeah, she got cake, gifts, but the gifts she didn't really care about that much. She was mostly happy that people were there and she was talking to them or tried to talk to them. It was good. So I'm seeing this stupid kid kind of being a bit confused and I want to try to capture that, like, huh? Face while he's picking his nose. That's what I'm trying to capture, right? And some kind of Pixar um, style rendering, I guess. But yeah, it's good. She's growing, definitely growing up. In Latvians, they have a tradition of when on your birthday, let's say you turn 6, like my daughter did, you sit on a chair and they lift you up 7 times, like one extra time for next year. Um, like first, my daughter like got scared, like she was like, "Whoa, why are you lifting me up on a chair?" And she got like super nervous. But then she kind of started giggling and laughing. Super cute. I think she had a really good birthday. And I was cooking food. Me and my wife made lots of food for everyone. There were like maybe 10, 12, easily 12 people, just chomping food and talking and drinking, and it was good. It was good. Family. Hey, Georg. Isra. Yeah, but what you do then is you lift per 10. So if someone turns 70, you lift them 80, 8 times. Otherwise, you'll be standing there all day. But we did that for the great grandpa. When he turned 70, he got hoisted in the chair, like by all the grown men, like took help out by holding the legs of the chair and just lifted it all up. When you're that many grown-ups, it's quite easy to lift another grown up. If they're sitting on a chair, it's very manageable rather than uh, like dead weight. Like if he would be unconscious, that would be really hard to carry. But as he was sitting on a chair, it's very, very easy. But I like that tradition. It doesn't exist in Sweden, at least not in my family. I like it. I like that. Like let's move that eye in a bit. Whoa. So he looks a little bit more like cross-eyed and slightly stupid. Hey, good morning, Infinite Divide. Glad you could make it. A lot of people seem to dig the kind of cartoony style of it, so I thought, why not do some cartoony stuff today as well? Change of pace, you know, a little bit of a different take on 30 minutes warm up. Doesn't hurt to challenge yourself, I think. He needs to hold a toy, I think. Maybe a slingshot. I find that funny though. Like a slingshot being the symbol of childhood, like a kid, right? Like a boy, like a sneaky boy. But actually, how many kids are walking around with a slingshot? It doesn't exist, right? He's rope carrier pulling the airs? That's crazy, Georg. Um, Lurib, you ask about wrist, right? Uh, what's really important is how you use the pen, but even better is an exercise that you can do. Um, it's kind of derived from a martial art training. Uh, for me, it has worked really, really well in strengthening your lower arms so that your hand strength is actually quite good, so that you have more ability to abuse abuse your hand, right? Because that's what we're more or less doing. We're using it so much that tendons, etc., are getting kicking. But um, one good technique is you take a string, quite durable, and tie it to a weight, and you take a stick. Go out and get a stick, um, or anything round really, and tie the string to the stick, and you roll it up with your arms straight out. You roll it up like that, and then you roll it down, and then you switch it, and you roll it up and roll it down this weight up and down the string. You should do it until your arms are burning, and then you should do some more. Um, but it's a really good way of strengthening your arms, lower arms and hands. I don't have any problems with my wrists anymore at all. I kind of do that exercise now and then. Also with a dumbbell, I don't do a full curl. I curl with my wrist only, like a 10 kilo weight. And that way you'll get really good strength. That doesn't really, it takes a beating, you know, it can resist. What you do is like stand straight, arms straight out. Then you also exercise your shoulders because you're having your arms straight out, and then you roll it up. And it's gonna burn like crazy in your arms. But that's a good thing, right? You want it to burn lactic acid and all these things, so that you're activating all the tendons and uh, little muscles and so on. It needs to be fully, you know. Another good one, if you don't want to be that hardcore, but you kind of want to, you don't have access to that at the moment. What you can do is you close your hand and stretch your fingers out as much as you can, and close it as hard as you can. Stretch it out as hard as you can, and you just sit and do that, like stretch out and stretch out, and you do that as well until your hand is burning. Then you do some more. It's a really good way of strengthening and loosening up. It's for me, it's a tried and tested method that works really, really well. So if you can try it and see if it helps you. Um, Hopefully it does. Cursing now is just something like I could do it in grayscale as well, but I just like to have some color because if I want to go to like skin tone, the transition to skin tone is better than from black, right? So I don't need to force it into ground color or base color. So now I can just easily tune this brown, right? But that's about it. There's no specific reason uh, like why I do that. It's just for my taste, you know. I like it. I find it more interesting than working on just grayscale. And it suits me, you know. Like I like it, so I do it. There's no specific like technical reason behind it, other than the first example I said that I like the transition it does to skin color better. But that's it. There's no other uh, reason. Georg, yeah, that is another thing as well. There is this magnesium spray you can spray. Maybe your pharmacy has it, but there's this specific spray that if you spray like on your lower back, and if the spray causes your skin to itch, you're magnesium deficient. But what's good with that spray is that it's magnesium spray, and you absorb it through the skin. So you just keep spraying until every day until it doesn't itch anymore. Then you know you have a good like magnesium level. Like we do it on my kids. My kids, they kind of scratch their back like when we spray. For my wife, she itches as well, but for me, luckily, I don't. Like someday, maybe a little bit, you know, like, but overall, no, I don't have a magnesium deficiency. I think it's because I eat more like nuts than them. Um, uh, yeah, you're the coolness. There is if you, for example, Google, I think it's Matthias Verhasselt, Matt as a is an M and the at sign, um, like CMYK grayscale trick. He has set it up so that when you hit Control Y, it doesn't switch to SMIC colors, but grayscale. He came up with just changing the SMIC profile to like clean grayscale, so that you can, you know, check grayscale by just hitting Control Y. But what I did was just a shortcut for desaturation, which is Control Shift U. So I didn't do anything special then, just turn it to grayscale and then undo it. 12 minutes left. I'm good. I'm good. You should have some like a pattern or something. I think I'll just do like a simple, maybe a blue stripe. Flattens the form too much. I need to curve it. Maybe a blue rim on the arms as well, just to give them some attention. Kind of cute. Yeah, little brat. Snotty brat. I think I need to increase the contrast. It's a bit weak. Yeah. Sorry, I stopped talking. Completely just engulfed in the drawing. Hey, Gaxis. The Damned is we're doing like a um, visual style document for it, but it's going. It's going according to plan. Ho, 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 ho. See what I did there? Yeah, but the Damned is moving forward. It never goes like fast. It's always like you have to um, take the route. There's always steps to be made, and we are making the steps, but it's not like overnight. It's never just an overnight thing, right? Um, but it's going in the right direction. Wishful, or my hopes are up. You got yourself a nice T-shirt there, Captain Jetlag. I'm out with time. 5 minutes. All right. Cares it, yeah. There's definitely. It's like one tooth little brat. As always. You can't get away from it. Need to make it look like it doesn't have a bone in his body. Like it's just gelatin. The gelatin boy. The snot, it's in there, right? Maybe I can add some snot. Let's add in some. That's so stupid. Have you ever played um, Zelda Wind Waker? In that game, there is this hilarious little kid um, who sees you like he's your number one fan, and as soon as he sees you, like he beelines straight to you, um, and he sounds like tuk, 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 and he kind of runs up to you, and he has this snot ball like with physics just hanging in his nose, and he's running after you. Um, it used to be like the unofficial rule that he wasn't allowed to touch you. Like when you came to that town and he was saw you and started running after you, you had to escape. You know, like he couldn't run up at you, so you had to jump up on a ledge or something, so he couldn't get to you. But it was my coffee's out. But yeah, it was such a funny character in that game. I love it, like how well like Nintendo makes characters. They always like follow through on their personalities. It's a really, really well made game, especially Wind Waker. Like really good characters. Good comedy in that game. Oh, in Wind Waker, yeah, his super snotty little boy. So good. I love that character in Wind Waker. It's a Nintendo game on, I think, GameCube. So maybe actually even some of you are too young. Maybe you don't even know about that game because you're so young. You're like babies. Oh, time's up. Oh, snap. All right, that's it. That's Snotty Little Brat. Maybe I can do some quick color lookup. That's pretty good. That, but reduce it. All right. That's that, people. That's today's topic. It's not Little Brat. Thanks for the topic, Captain Jetlag. Uh, Anyways, it's a good challenge. Right. Now I will have some tea or whatever and try to remedy this cold. All right. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.